Our guest, Courtney Tillia, is also voluptuous in the category. Courtney, it's Craig and Evan. Good afternoon. How you doing today, doll?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming on. You're the second teacher we've had on this show who decided, it's hard to make ends meet as a school teacher these days.
Rough.
And there's people throwing money at me at OnlyFans. What I'm trying to figure out is you're doing God's work, right? You're a special needs teacher in Arizona, which I have great respect for. And it doesn't pay well. And the hours are long, and I'm sure there are days where it's very frustrating. And you go to home kind of pulling your hair out because you're trying to reach kids who need a special person in their life to reach them at school. And then you start, taking pictures of yourself? A boyfriend had you start doing it? How did you make the transition from I'm a special needs teacher to I'm going to be an OnlyFans star?
Yeah, so started taking pictures at home. I started doing bodybuilding competitions, and we were posting my progress pics on my Instagram account. I was still a teacher at the time. Actually got notified by the administration that all of my school photos had saved to the school server. So everyone in the administration had seen them all.
Now, hold on, let me stop you there. But these weren't like nudes, right? This is just you in workout clothes along the workout journey, or were there some risque photos in there?
They were pretty risque. At the time, Instagram didn't have the community guidelines like they do now, so they would be like implied nude photos. Some of them were in gym attire, but like maybe just some panties, a hand bra moment.
Okay, so they quickly say we've got a problem, yeah?
Yeah, but they didn't talk to me about it. They talked to my husband about it, who also worked at the same school.
He was a teacher as
They
well?
wouldn't go to you. They went to him. What was his response when he was told?
He was like, we're going to do what we're going to do. We have my name. I went by a different name on the internet, went by Courtney Lynn, which is my middle name, and my page was private.
So your point was, listen, I'm doing this in private. It's not illegal. The fact that the pictures wound up on your server was a mistake, obviously. I'm a highly regarded teacher. Why can't I do both? I want to do both.
Right. They didn't do anything about it. They were like, okay, you're right.
Really? So what? Yeah. So they didn't force you out?
They did not force me out. I was never fired or let go.
Got it. So I assume you got to a point where you just started making such significant money above what your teacher's salary was that you and your husband agreed, let's go into this. It's far more lucrative for our family.
Yeah. I also own my own business as a life coach, so I resigned from that to go all in on my life coaching and my modeling.
Well, but the life coach is BS. We know that. That's silly. Like I'm not gonna get away with that.
I disagree.
Yeah, we're not gonna get away with that on this show. Being a special ed teacher, I respect. The life coach is bullcrap. Now, now. So, what was do you remember at the beginning? Was there a certain style of photograph that your customers or fans wanted more? And what I'm getting at here, school teacher, that whole getup, was that what they wanted, the bad teacher?
Yeah, they love when I dress up as a school teacher and play into that role. I recently even rented a studio that was dressed up as a classroom and did the whole thing for them.
You did? So you did the old bad teacher routine, yeah?
The whole thing. I'll sell into it. Yeah. Why not?
How about your husband? Does he quit his job also and manage the OnlyFans career? What does he do?
He also is a life coach, which I know how you feel about that. But he joined me in OnlyFans in 2021.
He joined you on camera?
He participates now.
Oh, so he's on camera or not?
He's on camera with me.
What's his? Oh, really?
So he's the bad student.
Is he? Yeah, is he a student? Is he a dueling teacher? What's the shtick you guys got going on?
So he actually was technically an administrator. So we have that like teacher administrator role.
Got it. You had a bad week teaching. Come over here with that apple and that ruler, and I'm gonna have to spank you. So
a little after hours fun.
Yeah. So here's the weird thing for me. I'm a dad. I have 4 kids. You have 4 kids. Your kids, I don't know how old they are, but the oldest has to be at least old enough to have an understanding. That mommy's no longer a school teacher, even though she might dress like a sexy one. Do your kids know what's going on or no?
So our oldest one is 21. She definitely knows. She actually works for us and helps me manage my website and stuff like that. Nobody really wants to know exactly what their parents are doing. So she knows I'm big in OnlyFans, but that's about it. My youngest one is 9. They know that I model, and they know a general idea of it, but not too much.
How many?
Age appropriate.
How often does a famous person slide into a DM, not knowing that you're married, and asking if you're free?
Quite often.
All right, give us. We always do this. You don't have to give us 10 names, but you got to give us 2.
2 names?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not giving names.
No. By the way, they've done nothing wrong just by sliding into a DM. So give us an idea of somebody.
To be honest, I get a lot of athletes, but I'm not even sure. I'll give you one good one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Wayans, the comedian, an actor.
Marlon Wayans.
So when a guy like Marlon Wayans goes into the DM, is he like filthy right out of the gate? Or is he kind of like, hey, baby, I'm going to be in Cincinnati next week. You're doing stand-up. Let's get together.
That's totally how it was. He was like, hey, I lived in Phoenix at the time. He was like, I'm going to be in Phoenix. I'm having a show. You should come by. I was like, great, I'm married. He's like, cool, I'll get you and your husband a ticket.
That's a good transition.
By the way,
That's
he
smart.
saves himself right there.
Of course, it's easy.
Yeah, bring your husband, bring the kids. I'll buy drinks. I just want to say hi. You seem like a nice gal. Now, are you in the 7-figure territory yet?
I am.
That's incredible.
And how much of it is fetishy stuff?
I don't do a ton of fetishy stuff, but a lot of things are fetishy. So feet stuff, kink, BDSM. I guess I tap into a lot of different things.
Evan and I have been told that you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars just by taking pictures of your feet. Is that accurate?
That is true. That is true. People love feet. And they'll pay for you to get pedicures and all kinds of stuff. Feet massages. It's a great business.
That's amazing. You know, when Rex had that thing, who knew it was so popular?
The former head coach of the New York Jets, when he was doing a great job there, winning a lot of games, just so you know what we're talking about, his wife put out like a foot fetish video, and his voice is in it. You don't see him at all. And it became a huge
I'm
to-do
sure
here.
Rex has been on the OnlyFans
Yeah,
account.
but
It
became a huge to-do that the head coach of the Jets was doing soft porn. And to his credit, he goes, that's my wife. We have an amazing relationship.
And we love feet.
Yeah, that's your hang-up. It's not my hang-up. Yeah.
Right.
Crazy,
why
right?
Not?
That is crazy. All right, so give me one more guy. Marlon Wayans, give me an athlete.
Oh, my goodness.
An athlete who slid into the DM, yeah. Good.
Okay, Antonio Brown.
Oh, that's not
That was a guaranteed lock.
But also, I'm curious, when Antonio Brown slides in, I assume he doesn't pull the Marlon Wayans card of, hey, my team's in town when he was playing. I assume he gets right down to business. Is that fair? Is that his approach?
No. Actually, he has his trainer slide into the DMs first.
Wow.
Antonio Brown
with the trainer
had no
first.
offense to you. You're not special in that regard. Antonio Brown has slid into every single OnlyFans account DM.
1,000%.
Right?
1,000%,
Everybody.
yeah.
It's like he's got nothing else to do.
But he's not the one doing it. His trainer is doing it.
He's got a guy
He
uniform.
offered to fly me out for
Hold on. Go ahead.
his training week.
So the trainer reaches out to you to say, hey, we'd love to fly you out to hang out with Antonio and train with him?
Not to train with him, but while he was prepping for the season, while he was still playing.
So, hey, because they figure you're, not married, you're not bright is what they're figuring. You're looking for a celebrity. You want to have that celebrity thing. That's what he's thinking, obviously. And he's like, if I'm willing to fly this random girl out here, first class, obviously he's ripped, he's in great shape. I'll walk around topless. She's going to want to sleep with me. Wow.
Yep.
That's
what they
awesome. Yes. Yes. Now, is your husband a sports fan?
A huge sports fan.
So has anyone ever slid into the DM and he's like, I love watching that guy?
When Antonio first slid in, he was like, wow, okay. He slides into everyone's DMs, but he was like, that is crazy.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's not some journeyman running back.
Just out of
That's
curiosity,
Antonio Brown.
Evan and I are both married, right? But what if our wives were doing what Courtney's doing, right? And Zach Wilson slid into our wife's OnlyFans account and we saw it. And we were like, this son of a bitch. Right? Like, would that change your opinion of our quarterback?
How did Zach do that past weekend? Was he playing well?
Fair
Was
point.
he struggling?
Fair.
That determines my answer.
May help the team out a little bit.
It might. And your husband's totally cool with it, yeah?
Yeah, he's very supportive. He was the one who helped me take all my photos initially.
Yeah, sure, I'm sure. And real quick, is there one particular request that guys have more than any others? You're obviously a very, how do I say this politely, like voluptuous, right? Like you're not a petite model, right?
No.
So I'm wondering if there's a fantasy guys ask you to play out or a certain look that, you get more than anything else.
I think the teacher thing is the biggest one. Sometimes with the teacher-student, which I'm very careful about with that role play because it gets a little
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would feel icky about that too. Not that I'm ever asked to do these things. I'm not. I know that must shock you, but I've never. Although I was offered $10,000 to be on the cover of Playgirl, and my deal was no full frontal. But they really wanted me to work out and get my ass in shape. And long story short, sadly, it never happened. But I was offered $10,000 for that. It's one of the biggest regrets of my life, by the way. Because how great would it be when you're like 65 and the body isn't what it used to be? And you go, hey, grandkids, let me show you what Popeye used to do.
That's quite a Christmas right there.
That'd be great. Well, listen, give me before I let you go, this calendar year, how much money are we talking? And not the exact amount, but ballpark that you can make just, taking pictures and putting them online.
I'll make multiple six figures this year.
So you'll make between $500,000 and $1 million, ballpark?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Not
good
bad.
for you.
Not bad.
Boy, you got to build a pool right away. That's what I would do. First thing you do, build a pool, right?
Build a pool.
Yeah.
Amen.
You need a pool. Well, listen, it's a pleasure having you on. Do you
Thank
miss
you so much.
teaching or no?
I love the students. I don't miss teaching for a second. No.
Got it. Life's much better, but you do miss the children.
I do miss the children. I enjoyed my time with them.
Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on. And if you're ever in New York City, your husband and you are welcome to come on in. We'd love to meet you guys. And knock on wood, it keeps going well for you. And you put a lot of that money away for the kids and for your future. And it's all good, but we appreciate you sharing your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, by the way, I heard I got to promote something for you. What do you have?
You're promoting for me?
Yeah, that's what I just said in my ear.
You can promote my social media. Courtney, I'm the Courtney Tillia.
The Courtney Tillia, Tillia. The
Correct.
Courtney Tillia on all the social media. All good. And congratulations on the success. And we hope to meet you one day, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, take care. There you go, Evan.
Do you think
if radio doesn't work out, you go right to porn?
Do you think every WAG we've had on has had some kind of interaction with Antonio Brown?
Yes, no joke. I'm not yes.
If we played WAG bingo and the new game was some kind of interaction with Antonio Brown,
Ding, 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 ding.
we'd be dinging all over the place.
Yeah, no doubt. I saw our girl Ivy Louise was in the news yesterday.
I saw that too.
With
I don't
Black China.
I don't understand the story, but I know something happened with her and Black China.
I know there's always something going on with that girl. I don't know what it is, but there's always something going on.
And I also know our audience, not a fan of her.
No, we gave an audience member a chance to win a date with an easy score, and they booed her off the stage.
They booed her off the stage.
And good for you guys. As desperate as many of you are, you said, I'm not that desperate, right?
Yeah, they're like, no, thank you.
Yeah. So I am fascinated. We've now had 2 school teachers. What's a school teacher make? 75 grand? 60 grand?
Not a lot, unfortunately.
To start, maybe you get up to 100 grand.
Probably less than
ballpark.
that to start, but yeah.
But you get up to close to 100 grand, I think, with enough time, right? Or if you go back to school and get enough, extra, credits and whatever it might be, right? But man, she's gonna make $500,000 to $1 million.
She's blowing that salary away.
Yeah. The only problem with that is it changes the dynamic of the marriage. And that can be a problem.
Why? He's an actor too with her.
No, but the reality is that he's not making any money. Let's be honest.
You don't think his role contributes to the money?
He's a role player in a fantasy video.
It does, but remember this, Craig, and I hate to say this, but it's true. She is almost like a professional athlete. And what I mean by that is their career has an end date.
I would agree with that.
And so
I would
when
agree
you're a
with that.
school teacher, your career can go until you're 80.
Well, in
technically.
theory, she can always go back to teaching. She's got her degree.
No, she could, but
Yeah.
that career probably has an end date the way a normal athlete does.
Yeah. Yeah. Like your point is, Playgirl's not coming to me today.
Right. No offense.
Nor should they.
There's going to come a point where they're like, yeah, we don't want you anymore.
We're not
Just
doing
like,
the geezer article. That's
just
out.
like when we look at an athlete as great as they used to be, we're not asking for David Wright to be the third baseman anymore for the Mets.
Very fair point, Evan. Very fair point. Stock away the dough, stack the dubs, and hope you have enough to live the rest of your life comfortably.
Yeah.
Right? But listen, you go from making $65,000 as a special ed teacher to making $1 million as a porno star who doesn't have to do porn. Sign me up.
Not bad.
You know, I think Men of Radio would be a pretty successful OnlyFans thing.
Would it?
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
We just take pictures of our feet, dude. That's all we're doing.
That's it.
Like our fingers, our feet, our ears.
The problem is, as
our
you
noses.
know, I have the ugliest set of feet in the
Yeah,
history
you do.
of mankind.
I think, though, there's a market for that.
no doubt.